Personally, I don't like to be touched.
We all go to the market. In fact, those Igbo boys will not even say excuse. They will brush you and pass. Would you go and fight them?
Yes, welcome to Gossip Connect, powered by Grandevia. My name is Ambassador Robin Emmanuel Oluwafemi. For sure, they can call me Rio, or maybe better still, MC Rio. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this section of podcast. And I'm not here alone. I'm here with the most talented, intelligent human on earth, because we're going to be dissecting a lot of issues and we're going to be discussing together. So from my immediate left, because there's a word that says ladies first, and I don't want anybody to drag me on social media. So big respect to women. Well, I have with me to the left, Your Majesty. Please introduce yourself and mention the name I love to hear.
Hi, everybody. I will not mention that particular name. Hi, everybody. My name is Precious Society, and welcome to Gossip Connect.
When you hear Precious, what comes to your mind?
Oh, come on.
I mean, what comes to your mind?
Come
Precious
on.
is a precious name. And of course, to my immediate right.
Hello everyone, my name is Steven Odoli. Welcome to Gossip Connect.
So quickly, let's get to it like the number one topic we'll be discussing on Gossip Connect. You can always get to connect with us on all our social media platforms. I'll be coming to tell you about it, however you're seeing it on your screen. But again, let's start from the trending story right now in Nigeria is everywhere. And it's about a young girl. I bet I don't know what her age is. I don't know her level of maturity. But what I saw in the video shows and told me a lot of things about her background, about her parents. But sometimes I don't like to put, the blame of other people on other people. There's a young girl in UniZik in the East, perhaps.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys have seen the video.
Of course.
Right? It's not new because it's a trending thing.
Of course.
But, just for the sake of the camera and, of course, our viewers, just get to let them know that she was actually making a video.
Yeah.
I mean, showing her teeth. Very pretty girl. I used to think when you are beautiful, you are, so it happens that it's not everybody that is beautiful that has, common sense is not common.
At
but
all.
I don't want to be the judge of my own case. So that is why I have two analysts that will talk about it for me. So she was doing a video, the lecturer passed, like you guys say you saw the video, and then one thing led to another. And now, my point is, who is to be blamed? Because me, I felt the lecturer could have just been going, could have just gone. Like, for a young girl to sound like this, definitely
You
you
just
don't
know
get home
that.
training. Just leave and just go. But he said he came back because he wanted to be sure if this
was
person is a
talking to.
student. If you're my student, just know you don't enter them. That is number one. And if you're my student, you should know me as your lecturer.
Exactly.
I mean, after I heard about things that this man had done, his lifestyle, his person, he's not even a social media kind of person. But after this man discovered that, this young girl is not in my department, he demanded that she remove the video, delete it.
From her phone.
I guess maybe where he was trying to drag the phone from her so they could delete it, it led to the girl eating the man. I saw the video where the man hands was, or it did not touch her. Probably because he's learned, he's a lecturer, and he knows the implication of even raising his hand on a girl for that matter.
Yeah.
If it was a boy, maybe it would have been a
different case,
scenario.
of course.
But a lady, could come up with anything. So I'm going to start with Precious. Did he say something that triggered the girl to have it in?
According to the video we saw online, if that is all, I really don't think he said anything bad to have triggered, what happened afterwards. Because he simply tapped you to say, "Excuse me." It's that simple.
He said, "Excuse me," and he left.
He not supposed to pass like that. We all go to the market. In fact, those Igbo boys will not even say excuse. They will brush you and pass. Would you go and fight them? Agbero will legit just push you and pass. Would you go and fight them? And then after he tapped you to say excuse me, the next thing we saw, that eye shocked me. When I saw the eye, I'm sorry, I will only give that bad eye to somebody I have beef with or somebody I don't like. And the person touched me or something. But it felt weird for me because in as much as she's claiming hormones.
No, she did not. Just like what she might. It might be.
Even as people are calling hormones, we all know. Don't worry. Because the way she said it with so much disgust.
A friend.
Yeah. It's like she knows this man, or maybe she's heard something about the man, and For the man to ask you to delete the video, I don't think he did anything wrong, because these days, if you sneeze, you see yourself on social media. So he asking you to delete the video, he just doesn't want to be ridiculed online. So I don't.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Personally, I don't like to be touched, except if we are in Zahoza room.
There's that.
So if I'm passing on the road, ordinarily, if you touch me, I'm cranky. I don't
hate
like
it too.
it.
I
Right?
hate it. Yeah, I
so
hate it too.
it could have led to, she could be somebody like that.
Yeah.
Me, I'm respectful, right? I know if you touch me, it's not like I will eat you back, but I don't know. The girl was not feeling bad. She was not in a bad mood. She was not in a bad.
She was making a video before
She
that.
was making a
Yeah.
video and she was showing her steez. So for that man to have touched, I don't know. I'm just saying from my own, me, I don't like.
But
I
it's
don't
just,
like when you touch
that
me.
bad eye loud going, hello, auntie, you can bat your eyes.
And you
The eye
know,
was...
some people hate you in advance before they meet you.
Exactly.
There is a way I will talk about a lecturer to you.
And you just hate the
I
lecturer,
just hate
even
him.
without
You understand? Even
experiencing
without
anything
seeing
with
him.
them.
So
Yeah.
the man, it's possible that the man does not know this girl, and it's possible the girl knows the man.
What?
One, she has been going to that department because
Of course, she has friends there. Or
because
something.
you have friends there,
Yeah.
or friends, and the fact that you're even making videos shows how much you're comfortable in another
that
person's
environment,
department,
yeah.
because that was not a jurisdiction.
Okay.
But let me just quickly come back to hear from you. What's your take on this serious matter? Because it's serious. Or let me say, let me put you on the fence. if you were the girl's father,
Yes.
what would be your take this night?
I think the first thing, right,
You dishonor.
is to commend. is to commend the
Lecturer.
The lecturer. It was mature.
Yeah.
Right. At least we can see from the video that the man was mature in his approach.
Okay.
Right. However, there are so many things that could have gone wrong. For instance, there is a generational gap. This man most likely is a baby boomer, like the 1960s, thereabout. At that time, morals, culture, greeting, all of these things, it was strong at that time. And there might be an expectation, right? This young lady, she might be in maybe 18 to 24, thereabouts, right? Because she looks young.
Yeah.
And by that, during this period, morals, culture, it's not as strong as the other time.
True.
So there is a generational gap. However, we know how Gen Zs are when they are making content. They take it very, very seriously.
Yeah.
Right? And if you look at that video, in all honesty, that video was cut at some particular time.
Yeah.
We saw the initial tapping, excuse me, and the lecturer passing. Some things happened before it escalated. The tearing of the man's clothes and her holding up his collar.
Clothes and all.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, so many things could have happened, right? And of course, just so many things. She could have been having a bad day, and she just, Gen Z will put everything aside. So we have to also consider the mental stress of going to school, meeting up with classes. Content, social media is also like a way to relieve themselves.
Yeah, of the stress.
But at the end of the day, we will still say, because this is Africa,
Yeah.
we'll still say this thing is bad. However, there's place for mercy, there's place for understanding, there's place for empathy to actually understand where she's coming from, and probably that affected the whole scenario.
If the man who passed was a vice chancellor, would she have done the same thing?
I
The
doubt.
vice chancellor will be known by everybody.
If the
I
man that
doubt
passed
she
was
would
her
do
father,
that.
would she have done the same thing?
She will know her father.
So when we talked about moral, one of the reasons why you go to school is because you can step up in your thinking faculty. It's because there should be difference between a literate person and a literate person. So you went to school not just to go and study whatever discipline you are doing. Because I can tell you for a fact that a lot of us went to school, what we study is not even what we are doing right this.
There's so many
But
POS
another thing is,
people who studied banking and
in
finance.
her statement,
Yeah.
she allegedly
said
mentioned
that
maybe perhaps that the man made an attempt to like delete the video, right?
He dragged
Maybe
the
that
phone.
she felt
Yeah.
a touch on a sensitive part of her body.
which I
So
was
for
saying
something.
breast.
No, but I have something to say.
Something.
I have something to say, yeah. When I watched the video, it's not like the hall was too tiny, though.
No,
If we analyze that video very well,
Yeah.
because I feel like there was still space behind that man could have walked.
No, just imagine it. So imagine.
Or is it
this
just me? Do you remember the video? Try and recall.
Well,
there was
in the
space
video,
behind her that the man could have
remember
walked.
that in the video, she went closer to her camera, she switched on the camera, then she was shifting back. The man was passing.
There is that too. So maybe
You
he didn't
understand?
want to
So
pass in between the camera
so she could have
and the
walked
girl.
into the man's leg and watch the man.
Yeah.
He looks kind of ori.
Yeah, maybe he had a class or
a
something.
lecturer.
something
Like
that,
maybe
yeah.
he wants to meet up with the class,
Yeah.
he wants to do this.
Yeah.
So it's just, see, you, to me, if you ask me to talk, I will still put all the blame, not to the girl, but to her parents.
Why?
Yes, because background really matters. Where you come from, what they taught you. You see, what
I think I'll disagree with you on that, though.
Well, it's fine. It's just
I think
my
I'll
own
disagree
opinion,
with you
right?
on that because
there is.
A parent can only train you to a certain stage. When you get to that age, you begin to train yourself all over again. And I feel like that age starts from when you leave secondary school. The moment you go into tertiary institution, I'm sorry, you have to change some certain mentality. If you're allowed to slap someone and go scot-free at home, you can't do it in school. They go beat craze come up for your body. Exactly. So if you've experienced university life, you realize that after leaving school, some certain things will change. There are some things my mom noticed after I left school. If you have anger issues, oh yeah, go school now. You go know the person when Chris pass you day, they go beat you. So I really can't put the blame on her parents.
Okay.
She being rude is on her. At this
Okay,
age,
I just want.
at this age, it's on her. It's on her.
Yes, I just want to hear how, not to say defensive, but I
Yeah.
just want to hear how you want to oppose it.
Okay.
So remember that when you're building a house, the first thing you do is the foundation.
Of course.
When the foundation is not strong, then there is a possible collapse in the nearest future.
Sure.
Remember that before you started this secondary school or what's it called? University.
Yeah.
You had your prep, your nursery, your primary. And that is where you get to learn how to spell first. Remember when we're using 2D book, how your writing needs to stand on the line. So
If it does not
that's
stand,
exactly where I'm going. So I can tell you for a fact that where I was born, where I grew up, was as crazy as I could have been a cultist or be anything.
Okay.
You understand? Now, I want to agree on one fact that when you get to a particular stage in life, you make decisions for yourself.
Of course.
But I can tell you that those decisions you're making still have to do one thing or the other with your
Can I
background.
answer your question? Can I answer your question with the same description you gave? If you build a house and your foundation is very strong, if at a certain stage in that building you start using less quality material, the house will still fall. Let's be very honest. If you use a less quality roofing, your house will collapse. It will not be able to handle rain. It will not be able to handle the storm. So sometimes we have really good background, parents who inculcated good knowledge into us, and then we went into the world and
Okay, so I like the illustration you just. I like the illustration we are using.
Okay.
I like this one in particular.
Yeah.
So anything, I believe, we have different background, we have different families, we
Yeah.
have different tribes,
Of
different
course.
groups in this country. And if you work with Yoruba people very well, I remember when we were growing up, there's somebody called Victor, older than me. So if Victor's mom sent me to my mom, I tell my mom, Mommy, Victor said you should come to our house evening. She said, shut up. Is Victor your mate? So I have to say,
Mommy, brother Victor.
You understand?
Yeah.
So in my house, I was taught that even if my elder sister is older than me with 2 years,
Yeah,
I
you
must call
had
her
it to
auntie.
them. Yeah.
So whenever we are having siblings issue, I say, it's not because the mom is like going auntie, which kind of auntie call? Auntie, if she do anything, she just offend me. The next time she will hear is it because mom is like calling her auntie? Is it because mom is like, and do you know that now if I meet that my sister, I don't know anywhere I want to be. I don't prostrate, but you will see that respect.
Respecting you.
And I realize that as time goes, because of the nature of my job, I have a lot of people that are older than me as friends. Older than my elder sister, but the respect I give to my sister is the same thing they give to her. So if you start, your foundation with good material, because there's a reason why you started with good material. If along the line you now have issue, and see what can happen, we really need to check this lady too.
Yeah.
She could have been, she could have come from a broken home. That could be another factor that would have affected her for her to have been rude to that man.
But
right?
we still have people from broken homes who their head is correct.
So one of my friends
have
broke,
respect.
Precious. So one of my friends broke up with one girl in particular.
Yeah.
Like not very recent anyway, because that my friend is married now. Yeah. And what made him broke up? He did not just break up, he walked away. They were having conversation, and this lady said, and she feels like we are in a generation or era that women can actually do anything for themselves. And she said, because my mom and my dad is separate, and she sent us to private school. My mom's younger sister is separate from her husband. She sent her children to private school.
Yeah.
And she have somebody, she mentioned like 4 times. And she's saying, and so if any guy do anyhow, she said she knows she can stand on her own. Look at that mentality. The guy did not even wait to propose or to continue the relationship because he just feels like, okay, she's not from a very strong family that understand what love means in relationship. She already believes I can do it alone because of the things she sees around her. What if this girl in particular, what if she's lesbian, this girl, what if she does not like men? What if she actually got angry by that touch? Like, what the fuck do you think you are?
But
How would
if that's
how would
the
you
case,
touch me? I don't care who you are. Even if you are my father cannot even touch.
so you're saying the man could have just said excuse me without touching
Without
her?
touching that one, he could
What?
have just said excuse
There's
me
that too.
and
There's
just
that
and
too.
just go. At the same time, even plus touching, he could have just gone. I think he looks hurried. He looks like he was going somewhere. If truly he was that calm, as claimed in the video with Daddy Freeze and his younger sister.
I'm sorry. The reason he came back was
He hurt.
not to maybe harm her, or even it was to tell her to delete the video. But she is claiming that he dragged her phone from her hand.
The first thing, the reason why the man came, according to the release, he wanted to come and he heard the girl like, who does he think he is? That was the statement he heard.
So he wanted
Then
to come and
came
prove
back
to
come
her.
and confirm if this girl is my student.
That was anger any.
You understand? That
Even African older.
Thank you for accepting that fact.
our ego is like untouchable. It was when he got to that place, he realized that she was even making video.
Then he asked her to delete
Then
the
he
video.
asked her to delete. So he did not come back because he wants to delete the video.
But let's be honest.
His ego
What
brought
do
him
you
back.
think in between the press release that the both of them made? Because one was very descriptive, the other one was emotionally descriptive. The man described the whole thing as he saw fit. The lady described the whole thing with emotions and everything.
Because
I
she's
was
a lady.
reading, and I'm like,
I'm sorry, but because she's a lady.
Okay. In fact, the part where she said, "Oh, I was mortified," I'm like, calm down, sis.
Even
You did
your
not
lecturer-
know.
Even your lecturer don't use that English.
I'm sorry. Hello, calm down. It wasn't motivated.
She's a student, it's allowed. She's a student.
Oh my God! But what do you think will happen in this whole thing? What do you think will really go on to the lecturer and to the lady? What do you think the school will do?
Well,
I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Let me not be the first person to answer that question. Even if I'm driving the show, but it seems like Precious and I have been battling back to back.
Because you are giving me some kind of elegy. I'm like,
Which we are just starting,
explanations.
my dear. Now which of when I go win the matter. So what do you think will happen coming to the school?
Well, at this point, the student is also going to be, she's going to be punished. For
Of course,
sure,
of course.
right? And on the easy side, it might just be, for her to apologize to the lecturer involved, apologize to the faculty, because I think she mentioned that
They came out
students-
with weapons and all.
They wanted to attack her, right? She has to apologize to the lecturer, she has to apologize to the faculty,
Yeah.
she has to apologize to the university and also to the public.
Yeah.
Because I saw it on TVC, news have started picking on this particular
It's a
thing.
serious
So
thing.
it's a national issue,
serious
right?
thing.
On the part of the lecturer, because the video shows him cool, calm, collected,
Yeah.
it vindicates him in a way, right?
Yeah.
But that particular statement that the lady, the allegation that she felt touched in some places, it's also something to look into it. It's also something to investigate.
Yeah.
Did this actually happen?
Well,
Maybe consciously or unconsciously. It also has to be investigated.
you know, as it is now, the only thing we're judging by is the fact that, okay, Toaster came back to confirm. After that, the video went off. My question is, what happened in between the seconds of, minutes of that time and when we saw the next video, the heated argument, everyone gathered?
The students posting it. So it is like.
And I feel like words
The
had gone
first
back to
video
back.
is our own video.
Yes.
So maybe when the students started posting,
Yeah.
that was why she tried to
You
post
see,
like
it was another
I
point.
was
She was
doing my.
grabbing the man, with her 2 hands.
How did it get to that point?
'Cause
I
there
feel
is-
like words were exchanged
Most
between
likely,
her.
most
Because
likely.
for it to get to the point where you're holding his collar and he's like this and all words, definitely, it went beyond,
But-
okay, delete the video and all that. I'm definitely sure it went beyond that.
But let's be sincere. Maybe because of where I graduated from, right? I mean, you can't have that
Effrontery, right?
effrontery. No matter how young. Not to be sincere, I finished from the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University. And
Yeah.
ordinarily, great. Ordinarily, if I had to respond to that.
Of course.
Ordinarily, if you guys have issues, student to student, you not fit fight. You cannot fight. You're walking close to where we call Road 1. That's where you will pass back to your house. Because you'll be sent out. I mean, schools were that disciplined. You can't try such in University of Ibadan. Now, let's talk about school morals too.
Yeah.
Because if such a thing had happened in that place, probably they would have, there should be track record of things that had happened before.
You know, this age and time now, we believe we are too woke for some certain things. Do you understand? I had an experience in school that could have, made me blown everything out of proportion. With a lecturer, I could have gone all, oh, why would you be requesting this of me? Why would you? But because I know that even if
Is it
something,
issue that we all know?
yeah, even if something
saying
happened,
we all do.
mine was, even if something happened to that lecturer, how sure am I that he does not have friends that could fail me for the rest of the year? Because sometimes these lecturers will not even fail you in their course. You'll be surprised to pass their course. But you go just they fail a particular course. You go come there and say, what did I do to this lecturer? So it's just really funny. And I hope the best comes out of it.
Well, we hope the best comes out of it. You know what? I want to go on a short break. But before then, just remember that this lecturer's wife in question, she is the magistrate anyways. But
Oh, wow.
That's just, something. But we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue.
Oh, the go,
Still, Gossip Connect.